I'm Steve Johnson, News Director of theDove TV. Watch more videos from the Dove Newsroom at theDove.us. Good morning, I'm Steve Johnson with a reminder to get our app on your smartphone or tablet. You can also watch the Dove on our website or on our Roku channel. In the news today, the investigation into the shooting deaths at Umqua Community College in Roseburg continues. Many questions still have to be answered concerning the 9 deaths and injuries to 7 others when 26-year-old Chris Harper Mercer started firing in a college classroom.
One person shot, an active shooter. This is going to be the Snyder Hall. Somebody is outside one of the doors, shooting through the door. There is a female in the computer lab. We do have one female that has been shot at this time. We're still attempting to get further.
With those dispatch calls, officers converged on the campus, confronting the gunman, which Douglas County Sheriff John Hanlon says resulted in a lethal round of gunfire.
They located the shooter in one of the buildings. Officers engaged that suspect. There was an exchange of gunfire. The shooter threat was neutralized, and officers continued to sweep the campus looking for other threats.
While police sort out the details of the shooting, Rob Thomas of KQEN Radio in Roseburg says there were reports surfacing of some sort of violence that would take place at the school on Thursday.
He was on a couple different chat sites last night bragging about attacking a Northwest area school. 2 different sites that I've looked at, 4chan, and then another one, I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head. The last thing that he posted on there that he was going to give a 10-minute warning prior to what happened.
The Roseburg shooting deaths were not unnoticed by the White House, where President Obama told reporters it's time to change gun laws in the nation.
I'd ask the American people to think about how they can get our government to change these laws and to save lives and to let young people grow up.
As a result of the shooting, high school officials in Roseburg and area churches are preparing to support those affected by the shootings. Well, Thursday marked the first day Oregonians could legally buy marijuana for recreational use. Jim McCoy visited one dispensary to check out businesses on the first day of sales.
In spite of nearby road construction, Top Shelf Wellness Center, a medical marijuana dispensary in Phoenix, was a busy place. Manager Christopher Blanchard says business was bustling and his staff very busy answering questions. For example, what a recreational consumer may buy is sometimes different than what a medical patient can obtain.
There's a lot of confusion about what rec can have and what rec customers can have as opposed to what medical patients can have. It's a big difference. And we were talking about that this morning, and we were a little upset that they can't have like the Rick Simpson oil or the stuff that's the actual medicine.
Terry Knight has been using medical marijuana for chronic pain since 2012. She says different varieties have different effects.
It's a huge learning curve for a lot of folks, and that's why bud tenders are very knowledgeable what they're doing. They test the products themselves to see what types of effects they're getting, to be able to report back to consumers.
Both Blanchard and Knight are grateful, they said, to see recreational marijuana come off the black market where it can be regulated and taxed to fund education and treatment. I'm Jim McCoy with news on the Dove.
Let's take a quick look at what's happening on the weather scene for this weekend. And for Northern California, 78 today, 81 on Sunday. As we move into the Klamath Basin, 73 today, down to 62 tomorrow. As we move along the Oregon coast, 65 into the Bend area, 71 with rain Saturday. And for Southern Oregon, 80 today, down to 73 tomorrow. It's news and weather on the Dove.